What the heck is up, you guys? Animated Heroes here, back with another action figure review for you guys. And this time, as you can see, we're taking a look at the DC Justice League Barry Allen Mafex Flash figure. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, looking at that sexy packaging, it's very unsexy, and there's already one thing that I'm worried about. Hopefully it's just that the knee is twisted, but this one already looks awkward compared to that one. So I don't know. I'll check that out as soon as I open it. But as you guys can see, we got DC right there, Justice League right there, all the logos right there. Of course, cool image of Urza Miller Flash right there, Mafex 58, Medicom toy, blah, blah, blah at the bottom. Cool image of him on the side, Justice League right there, Mafex Flash. On this side, of course, you got a full body image, which is really awesome. Then on the back, of course, you got all the poses that you can get him into, and I dig that. Love the fact that he comes with an alternate head because the other company who made him decided not to do that. So yeah, sexy packaging is nothing new, nothing we haven't seen from Mafex a billion times already. So let's go ahead and get this figure out of the package and pray that it is good. Now, right out of the package, I gotta be honest, I'm feeling good about this guy already. That knee issue that I thought I had actually was just the fact that the thigh was swiveled over a little bit, so it looks a whole lot better after you turn that. But not gonna lie, I was worried, but man, so far I am digging this, and I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I was expecting the figure to be good, but you just never know with Mafex when you're gonna end up with the product that has quality control issues. And not to say this one doesn't have any, because I haven't checked the articulation or anything like that yet, but of course we will find out. But before we get into anything else, let's go ahead and put this guy back and see how tall he stands. Now, I will say that he does feel a little bit tall, but I mean, all of the Mafex Justice League figures are, so it's not really a problem. And of course, we won't know really how he scales up size-wise until we put him next to some of the other Justice League figures, which I will do later in the review. Now, he stands a little bit over 6 inches. I'd say about 6.2. So he is actually, I'd say about 6.3. So he's pretty tall, definitely pretty tall for a Flash figure. And that's cool because, like I said, the Justice League figures are pretty tall. So we'll see how he stacks up to them later on. Now, moving right along to that articulation. Now, here's where things get good. He looks up that much, which is really good, especially with the way this neck is built. I really like the fact that he can even look up that much. So that's one thing I'm happy about. He can look down that much, which is really good. He can turn his head. Well, look at that tilt. That's even more than I thought. But yeah, of course, he does have tilt, and the head is on a ball peg, so you can move that around as well, or ball joint, whatever you want to call it. He does have a diaphragm joint, and he can crunch forward about that much, crunch back about that much. Not a whole lot, but I mean, it works for me. His waist is also on a ball peg, so you can twist that, turn it, move it forward to the side, however you want to. Now, one thing I like is this shoulder piece right here, is that they actually put it on a flap so you can move it up. It does work a little bit better for this figure than it does on a whole lot of them. So his arm goes out about that much. He does have a bicep swivel, really good bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows that work really well. Of course, his hand is on this Mafex peg that they usually give us, and this one already doesn't look as flimsy as the others, so I think this one will stand up pretty good. I do like that. Now, his waist can turn. I didn't show that, but of course it can. He kicks forward that much, really good. Back that much, but it kind of comes out. He can, let's see, his legs are actually on the drop down method, so he can do the splits only about that much, so not a whole lot, but I mean, it's cool, it works. He does have a thigh swivel built in there. He does have double jointed knees that look, I think mine's chipped right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see, let me check this one. Yeah, this one right here definitely has a piece broken off of it. I mean, so you can see into the knee. On this one, it doesn't have that issue, but I mean, that's cool. I don't really mind because you're not really gonna see it in the photo. So yeah, but it does have that. Be wary of that. And this one is a little bit harder to push back into that, I guess, socket. This one goes back pretty easily. So yeah, that's one issue, but it works. It's not really a big problem for me. His foot goes down only about that much, up about that much. He does have a slight ankle pivot, not the best, but it works. And he does have a really good toe hinge that thankfully is not extremely flimsy like the Superman one. So articulation wise, this guy definitely is a pass. Oh, and one thing I forgot, he does have a butterfly joint, and that is something that I like that they're including on these. And butterfly joints are probably my most favorite part of articulation. So yeah, articulation wise, this guy is great. Now for accessories, of course, he comes with his default head, which is just a normal bland look. He comes with these pair of hands that he actually has on in the package where they're slightly opened. He comes with a pair of fully open palm hands, which I'm glad they included these. He comes with a pair of karate chop running hands. He comes with a pair of hands which I find absolutely interesting. They're almost like the Naruto jutsu hands, but it's probably just like a running style that he did in the movie. I didn't even notice, but a lot of people said he ran weird in the movie too. I didn't even notice that, but it's cool that they included these because there's a company that wouldn't include something like this. I'm not going to say any names, but yeah. And last but not least, as far as hands, he comes with a pair of fists, which every action figure needs. Now, one thing that I do like that they included is this head that looks exactly like Urza Miller. They did really good on this. This is awesome. Thankfully, it doesn't look like a Simpson like a whole lot of their other figures used to, because God, the head sculpts could be decent, but they just, I don't know why they could not paint the faces the right color. This is awesome. I'm glad that they included this. Now, one other expression I wish we would have got would be one of him wearing the helmet, but him kind of like looking off to the side with a scared face, because he did that a whole lot during the movie. He was scared of the parademons. He was scared of the main enemy. I forgot his name. And he was scared of Superman. So would have been cool to get that, but still, just the fact that they included an extra head, I am happy with that. So far, this figure is great. Now, moving right along to the size comparisons. For size comparisons, of course, here he is standing next to the ones that matter the most. The Mafex Superman, which just released 2.0. The SH Figure Arts Wonder Woman, because I am not picking up another Mafex Wonder Woman. That first one was so terrible, I couldn't do it. I just had to go with the SH Figure Arts on that one. And of course, the Batman that I really love, but I hate the cape. And honestly, looking at him with all of them, I think he stands pretty good next to all of them. He does seem to be the right size, and even SH Figure Arts Wonder Woman seems to fit in correctly. So yeah, size wise compared to these guys, I think it's decent. Next up, here he is standing next to the DC Icons New 52 Flash that comes from the 7-pack, and of course the Justice League SH Figure Arts Batman. I'm not even gonna talk about that figure, but yeah, as you guys can see, here he is compared to those two. Lastly, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Loser, and of course the Marvel Legends Sasquatch Wave Deadpool, which I had to show off because I got this figure right around the time I just watched the movie. So yeah. Now, to be honest, I have absolutely no gripes about this figure other than one issue that I'm sure is just on mine, which is this knee. This piece broke, which I showed in articulation, but other than that, this is probably my favorite figure out of the Justice League wave they've done. I mean, this is phenomenal, man. I didn't like the price that it went for, but I got what I paid for. That's one thing I can definitely say. And I do hate the fact that these guys are going for damn near more than Mezco figures, and that's real cloth and a whole lot of accessories, in which this guy, I feel like this could have been the perfect figure had they gave it some lightning effects. If it would have came with some running lightning effects, this figure would have been untoppable in my opinion. And just having this in hand, already getting Batman and Superman, I was hyped, but just having this one and seeing that they're actually doing good on the other characters, because I know for the most part they're going to do good on Batman because he's probably the most wanted. They're going to do good on Superman, especially after that first one that was terrible. And then Wonder Woman, I'm hearing that one was good, but I'm just not picking it up. So this definitely has me hyped for Cyborg and Aquaman. I really hope that those are just as good as this guy right here, because man, this figure is awesome. I can tell I'm going to have some fun with this guy. So yeah, just wish it came with more accessories, and that's just a personal thing. That's not really a gripe. So if I had to rate this figure, I don't know, I'm giving it a 9.9. I'm giving it a 10. I don't care what anyone says. Figure is dope, man. I don't have any issues with it. And if anyone can point out something that I missed, then please let me know. But other than that, detail on this guy, amazing. Face sculpt, amazing. Accessories, good enough. Passable, most definitely. Sculpt, paintwork, just everything about this figure is all there. I literally don't have any issues with it. other than the price point, but I mean, that's different. So yeah, I highly recommend this figure, man. And I'm not even thinking about the SH figure arts. I'm not getting anything SH figure arts, Justice League, other than that Wonder Woman. I'm not, well, I'm Batman, because Batman's my favorite hero. But anyway, that's another story. So yeah, highly recommend this guy. Go pick him up before the price gets too high. Go get it now, because God, this figure is absolutely amazing. You're gonna get what you pay for, and if you like Flash, there's no reason not to pick it up. So anyway, that's my review of this guy. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more reviews to come. And of course, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below. As always, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.